So, you could tell it in certain videos that they did that, like, come on, you see him and Latoya kiss all the time and, make out, show they love and all that. But with Erica and Crier, they would make little jokes and all that. Now, I don't know if they kissed. Maybe I missed it, but I don't ever recall seeing them showing any type of affection. If anything, she was always throwing blows after she got comfortable. And I think after he kicked her out a few times and she was getting those hotels and spending her, money and all that, then she probably developed hatred. But at the same time, was like, oh, I'm gonna trap him. I got something for him. The Prince family don't want me over there because of the Emma Vaughn thing and all that. I'm about to make myself a part of the family. I'm gonna get pregnant by their dad. I mean, just think about that. Because she even made videos trying when she expose them for doing those fake pranks and those fake series and all that. That's when they draw the line, because that's the Prince family's bag. And even though we as grown folks know that shit is fake, you can tell just by the titles. The Prince family, my 12-year-old brother wants my wife, and then Damien next reacting to it. Like, really? And then you could just tell with the skit that, this ain't no real shit. But the kids, they don't know and they like them and all that. So they're going to believe that for drama. But hey, it still didn't stop the viewers when she did that. But they was done. That sealed her fate when she did that. If any chance they was going to give her, she lost it. And I didn't think they was going to give her one anyway. So she gets pregnant by him, and then it comes out where she says she lost one of the twins and she's crying and all that. And I don't think she had twins. Her belly was just not that big for twins. And I know it's some women that can go 4 to 5 months and their stomach don't show till it's about 8 or 9. Now, I never had kids, but just from seeing from my friends. But with Erica, twins, two babies, nah. So she traps Crier, and I kind of think it was the same thing. I think she told him she was on birth control and all that as well. I think she did. And then what happens? She gets pregnant. Because come on, he was with D. Laurie, and we all know that Crier don't use a condom, because just about every girl he been with on YouTube saying his pull-out game is weak. So my thing is, y'all don't use protection. I don't know. Couldn't be me. Well, the next person she did wrong, Martin Lewis. And so Martin Lewis and her would get together, do little videos and talk, but they will also talk off camera. And when her and Crier got back together, this is before they broke up for good. And guys, I think it was in Crier's plan to make shit go wrong with her and Martin Lewis, because he probably was playing Erica like they could be together, talking about getting house, and they were hitting around like getting a ring, because she was like, well, you gotta put a ring on it, shit like that. And Martin Lewis, he talks about the Prince family. He's exposes fake ass YouTubers and the drama and all that. And so if he could get her and him to fall out, she can't report to him. Therefore, he won't make no videos, because why? He don't fuck with her. And she's the direct person for T, because at the time she was with the father. And Damien looked like he rant and rave and had those pillow talks from what Erica was announcing in those videos she made. Well, anyways, with Martin, and I think this was so fucked up, because when that situation came out with him putting you out that house, he was up there taking up for you, being there like a friend should. So what happens? She talks about how, Martin got her to get, pick them up from the airport. I guess he flew in. She was taking him to his Airbnb. And she said she had to stop and change Dion. And she kind of hinted that while she was changing the baby, she was like, I know his sexuality and all that, but when I was changing my baby, he looked back, and that kind of made me nervous, and I just wanted to get him and drop him off because I felt uncomfortable. Some shit like that. Then she said that, oh yeah, and he was up there writing me, talking about, I want you to do this speed date thing with me, and I'm gonna get it all set up, and what time do you want to meet? Shit like that. I don't know how the dialogue went, but it went a little something like that. And then she said, and I can't believe he would do that because I told him that I was in a relationship. If you're my friend, why is you trying to get me to cheat on my man and do this date thing when I told you I had someone? But what did Martin Lewis say? She said she was single, so that's why he asked her. See, and I kind of believe Martin because he debunked all that shit anyway. And Martin is not going to put out no fake narrative. He even called out the fake series. And that's what did it. When he called out the fake series they were doing with the bitter baby mama and the bitter baby daddy, next thing you know, she comes out with this. And if you're putting out content like that to the viewers, it looks like to us that y'all not together and that y'all got some type of little beef going on. So how would Martin figure that you're in a relationship when you putting it out to the public and on YouTube that you two are feuding back and forth? You guys not getting along. So of course he gonna say, well, hey, I got this speed date thing going on. Think you should check it out. Help me with my video, blah, blah, blah. So Erica, I don't believe you on that. But guys, if you paid attention to that video, because we know it's no longer up, every time she was sitting up there showing messages and just ranting and talking her little shit, he was like, shaking his head all evilish, like, like in his head, I accomplished this. Yeah, she's about to fall out with him. Little does she know, I do not give a fuck about her. Because I know by then he was fed up, but he was just smiling and was like grabbing her and making her, this my woman and all this and that, and saying, oh, disgusted when she said the shit about Dion and all that. But in his mind, it was his plan to fuck their relationship up so no more tea gets out to him. So what happens immediately after that? So Martin makes his video and he debunks it, but then next thing you know, Erica is saying she's single and starting this journey by herself and all that. And then the first thing I said was to my boyfriend, I was like, I knew it. I knew that he was trying to mess up their relationship, and then in the end, he was going to leave her ass, so she had nobody to run to. She fell for the stupid ass trick. She fell for it. So she's up there making a video, and what does she say? Well, people are going to be happy that they can be back with their family because that's what they wanted now that I'm out the picture, and I just feel bad because I know everyone hates Love by Erica, and the things I did, I can't go back and apologize, and, things I was wrong in, because she was talking about Martin. She fucked up that friendship, and then you put out, especially an accusation as a, PE, you know what I mean? Like, why would you do that? Of course ain't no one gonna forgive you. Bitch, I would never forgive you try to do some shit like that. First of all, and if I wasn't, in my country, bitch, I would pull up on your ass and beat the brakes off you. You trying to put a fake image out there for people to look at me different, even though his viewers didn't believe it. But it's still, you went that low and dirty to put some shit out there. So guys, start thinking about your view on Erica. So, who do we have next? We have the Mucker dude. Now, I ain't seen her make no kind of, slick talk off to him because at this time she was competing with Crier because he seems all happy, even though she thought that maybe he'll have a miserable life, but life goes on. And she's competing for that happiness. So with the Mucker dude, what I didn't like is the fact that she kind of moved too fast, like she was touching on him, and you didn't see him touch her back like that. Now that I think about it, I wonder, when she hopped into bed with him, was that prank real or fake? I still think it's real and that maybe they did it after, because the way his response was when he was like, "Girl, what is wrong with you? What you doing? Get out." He was like, "Get out." She was like, "So you don't want me in the bed?" He was like, "No." Like he was dragging it. You know how someone drag the last word? No. And so that felt like a genuine reaction from me. And then the dates and all that. But what I don't like what she did with Mucker is, and I stand by this, is that she probably told that man that she was on birth control. He fell for it, didn't think to protect himself, went in, and probably, hell, he probably did pull out, but you know what they always say about the pre, it can still happen. And so I think she probably knew. She probably was taking birth control up until when they probably made it official and he told her to come over, because she, the next day, she was in his shirt and shorts and she was giggly and happy, like she got some neck. So but the look on Mucker's face, that video, I know I had someone in the comments tell me that she took the video down, but on my video, it's the picture of him sitting on the couch. He looks devastated. And then it brings me to the fact that I think she already knew, which I had some people in the comments state the same thing. I think she already knew, because she said once she got into that bathroom, she said, "I'm going to give the Mucker family," I can't stand the way she say that. Oh, I can't stand it. "I'm going to give the Mucker family some time to process this, guys." Process what? You just said you might be pregnant. What does he have to process? Why are you leaving him in there alone to take in the fact that you could possibly be pregnant? That's a 50-50 chance, unless you knew. You probably peed on a stick, you probably felt your symptoms, you probably been got a pregnancy test, found out you was pregnant, probably was like, "Oh yeah, okay, so now I wonder what he gonna do now. Maybe this is a shot, this is a sign from God that we should be back together, that we are meant to be together." Because in her little giggly dingy ass mind, somehow she thinks just because you put a baby in her ass that you guys are gonna be together. So what she does, this is content. I can make this content. Oh, this could be a video. Me saying that I'm pregnant and announcing it to the world, and then Mucker family, he's gonna have a good reaction, and this is gonna be good. Oh my God. That's probably what she was thinking in her head. But as usual, it's the total opposite. Now, peep, when she first pulled up, she was saying, "Oh yeah, even though me and him split on good terms, if you guys come bashing me about him or going to his page and bashing me on his page, we're not gonna care, because that's the way we ended things, and I guess basically the bond that they have is not gonna bother him." Well, I think it was because of that, because of those circulations that was put out there, it did bother him, because if comments didn't bother him, you guys will still be together, unless it's something happened off camera that we don't know about. So she gets his candy and all that, thinking that he is going to probably have a good reaction about it, but it was totally the opposite. And like I said, I think it's because he wanted to be out of that relationship. He probably, you know, did like her, and he had a long message that he put out to debunk us from what we was thinking. But I ain't believe that shit anyway. Maybe he did, but I didn't believe it because, dude, the way you acted on the camera and the way you would look if she touched you, like it would be disgusting. So I maybe he did. Maybe he just have a funny way of showing his feelings. But what I do know is Erica is kind of, well, not kind of, is a very fucked up individual. And then last but not least, we have J. Michael. So J. Michael reacts to her videos, and like I said before, he says positive things. And I guess she must have wrote him or got his email. Some way, somehow they got into contact, right? So they start texting. And J. Michael, he is the type of person that gives very inspirational words. He gives good advice from what I've seen in his videos because it really be on point. And I took a liking to him, and I try to watch his videos every chance I can and all that. Well, what does she do? She texts him, he sends the picture, and we all know I said this before, but she tells Crier about that picture to make it seem like he was trying to holler at her. And then what she tell J. Michael? Oh, he wouldn't let me go to Indiana sometimes, and I think him and your wife was still texting, and that maybe he was talking to your wife, and blase blase, what else? Because he wouldn't allow me to go. And so even though he didn't believe that, because he's with his wife. Him and his wife look like they have a good bond. So he told her, well, yeah, I still think they text each other, but I know it's not on that level. And then so what does she do after that? She goes to Crier. Now, Crier not knowing just yet that she told J. Michael this, trying to make them formulate some type of beef. Why? So she can get back at him because she can't stand that he is happy and moved on, and she knows she can't fully move on, and that she knows she has a piece of a man that I don't even think really have deep feelings like that. It's like she was trying to force that relationship, and like they was kind of lovey-dovey with Mucker, but we ain't see that shit. And so last but not least, she tells Crier, and I believe it, because why would he put that out there? I mean, why would he just try to start something and ruin her happiness? And this whole time they've been talking, he ain't made no kind of shady posts or anything like that. So I think that after doing that shit with J. Michael and all that, she goes to Crier, probably crying, putting on that sad face, and bring out the accusation that he is putting his hands on her. And then so he probably made a post, like, since he don't have a way to contact him or call him direct by phone, he was probably sent the indirect subliminal message out there to capture his attention. We don't know if Erica said, yeah, I'm about to break it off with him because, he putting his hands on me and I don't want Dion to be around that and all that to get Crier worked up. But in reality, it ain't nothing like that going on. And that's probably why he didn't want to open up that door as well, because you up here saying this type of shit about this man. I wouldn't have the look of happiness if you showed up to my door as well. Well, guys, I want to know in the comments below if you watch this video, and I appreciate it if you do. At the end of this summary, analysis, I can't even talk. I said analysis of Erica, do you think she is the root of the problem and she is the reason why she's in the present state that she is in now? Or do you think it is due to the people that she came in contact with? Let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you like the video. And I'll see you guys. We'll talk to you guys in another video. This is Opinionated checking out.